Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Don't I know you've done this before. I don't need to explain a lot. I just like to remind people this is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can, so sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. Yeah, I got lost. That's not, need more coffee. It's not hard for me to do. Get lost. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk to Donnie today. Okay, he's saying I love you, but he's saying it very softly. Very softly. Let's see if we can figure out why. We're like whispering. Maybe because I'm whispering this morning. Try not to wake anybody up. Okay, so okay. It's like I hear these whispers of I love you, 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 I love. It's like I'm hearing them from all around instead of him like coming up in my ear like they usually do. So, let's see. So you're going to hear this, and you could hear. You could be walking through the store, and you can hear somebody in the next aisle going, "I love you," but they're a little bit far off, and they may not be talking to you. Don't have to be talking to you. Or you can be watching a movie, and somebody will be like walking away, or it's just like coming from far away, and it doesn't have to be just his voice, but he's doing it too. I hope I'm explaining it right. It's like you're just going to hear these I love yous, I love yous. You might hear it with your telepathic ears. We do have ears up here. But like I said, you could be somewhere and you just hear it where they're not talking to you, where they're not writing right here. They're just like distantly, these distant, I love you, I love you, I love you. But you also hear him. So if you think you hear him say that, know that you heard him say that. Trust it. And when you hear that, make sure you validate him, acknowledge him, and tell him you love him and ask him to bring you more. And he's still doing it. It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. Or you could hear somebody go, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. So he's trying to say that to you too, but you could hear somebody do that, and that's also a sign. Okay, now he's getting more in my ear. This is my right ear. Doesn't have to be your right ear. I just like to be specific with what they're doing. So it could sound like a muttering, it can sound like buzzing, it can sound like whispering, um, sometimes kind of a low pitched shriek. Usually, the higher the pitch, and the stronger it is, and the more it hurts my ear. Mine's usually my left ear. Those are archangels, angels, higher ups. The lower the shriek, it's more of somebody who's been down here with us. Be in one ear at a time. So if you get that, when you get that, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. He's talking about rat-a-tat-tat. I think there was a nursery rhyme or a cartoon that had that, but I don't think that's it. But it's rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. He's doing a lot of repeating so far this morning. He keeps saying, he's still repeating it over and over and over, so evidently I'm not getting it. He's trying to get me to get it. So you could either hear somebody say rat-a-tat-tat, which would be very unusual, but he's also showing me drumsticks. It's like rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. Not sure where he's going with that either. So listen to that noise. If you hear somebody like, probably can't hear me drumming on the table. You can't see it. Rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. Anyway, that rhythm, that sound, that's the same amount of taps. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what he's getting at, but he just keeps repeating it. So listen for that. It's early here. He says you've been moving forward in a direction that, how do I want to say this, that you kind of question. It's kind of like you look up and go, is it okay with you? Is this okay with you? Is this okay with you? I feel guilty for doing it. Because you're, and he's going like this. He's like shooing you, like, go, keep going, keep going. It's okay. Keep doing it. Keep going. Like you're afraid you're being disrespectful to his memory, disrespectful to him, not doing it the way he would want it done. Tell her I love her. And she's doing just fine. Something about talking on the phone a lot. And that's okay. He's shown himself laying on the couch. First he was kind of like this, with his head propped up on his hands. Wait, show me again. Show me again. And then he's like this, but he's laid down on the couch. Just relaxed. Just, he says, watching the show. Watching the show. And he's loving it. He's very relaxed about what you're doing. Very, I mean, you do not need their approval. You do not. But he's so calm about it. He's like, yes, I'm so happy for her. Yes, she's doing good. Yes. It's no, once in a while I get one that goes, oh, I need to step in. I need to do something. Things aren't going right. This is calm, peaceful. Things are cool. You're doing fine. He says you get a little too wound up sometimes. That's okay. You have a coffee table? Could be an end table. He's showing a coffee table because he's still laying on the couch. Oh my gosh. I was just going to say, anything that happens to me during a reading is meant for you. And I was just going to say that he's the coffee table, that he's taking his finger and he's tap, tap, tapping. So I don't, but it's not the rat-a-tat-tat, but it's just tap, tap, tapping. Like, so imagine, I'm assuming it's a wooden table, somebody hitting their finger on it. And just as I was getting ready to say that, I had the TV on, which I never ever do when I'm doing readings. And some cop was, the news is on, and some cop is going, da da da, knock, 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 knock. I don't know what he was saying, but anyway. Oh, the burning car. Rescuing some guy from burning car. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but I was just getting ready to say he's tapping his finger on there when the cop is going, get out, get out. But it was the knocking. It's not that you're getting a warning. Oh, I'm going to get you confused. I'm sorry. It just, that shocked me that happened at the same time I was getting ready to hit my finger. Ah. So anyway, listen for that tapping. Listen. They had a fist, and I think he was on a car window. So I don't know what's going on. It wasn't. Anyway, too much time on that. Okay, he says it's time for you to take a step forward, more of a step forward. Yeah, well, he's saying you feel like you're trapped in your house. We all kind of feel that way. And I'm in Kansas. We're kind of wide open here. I mean, we don't have a lot of restrictions. I don't know where you live. So that might be the feeling of being trapped and not being able to go out your front door. Because we're so cut off and restricted right now, where I can pretty much go where I want. Throw a mask on maybe, but he's making me feel like, partly because of him and partly because of what's the virus and what's going on with our quarantines and all that crap, that you feel like you can't step forward, you can't step out your door. He's wanting you to step outside your door, and this could be just, maybe not even physically, but, and just throw your arms out and breathe and go, here I am, I'm ready to step forward. I'm ready for this. And he's trying to shoo you along. Go, go, do it. He says he'll be right there on the couch waiting for you to come back. He looks pretty comfy. He says, where would you be now, and what would you be doing if I was still there? He says there would be a lot of things you would be doing more of, but there's a lot of new things that you should be doing more of now that you wouldn't have done if he was still here. There's things, a lot of things you would have done if he was still here because you had the security and you had him and you had, you know, that life. He says, but now there's a lot more things that you should be doing because your life is different now. That makes sense. I hope we're explaining it right. He's showing there's these sparkly things out there in front of you that you haven't quite gone out there to get. It's something totally, he says, totally new, totally different, totally awesome. And they're good for you. You need to go try them. You need to investigate them. What's your holdup? Don't worry about the money part. I'm trying to get him to tell me, like, in what area of your life, or if it's just all. He says, you know. See, and they don't give me all the details because details are none of my business, and he'll give me just enough so you should be able to understand what he's talking about. There's something that you're either just getting ready to, or you just started to investigate something totally new. And he's going like this again. Shoot, go do it. Move, go forward. Something about somebody named something like Ashley. And we stink at names, so don't take that 100% exact name. So it could be just a female with an ASH name. We're not perfect, but we're right. No idea what he means by that. We're not perfect, but we're right. What do you want to do next? Now he's, now he's getting kind of excited. What do you want to do? Where you want to go? What do you want to do? Where you want to go? He's actually opening the front door for you. So whatever it is you're thinking about, or you just started to do and thinking about, go, don't keep looking up going, is this okay? Is this okay with you? Go do it. Okay, this is a little weird, but it's almost like he's laying down by my feet. And my feet up and pretty much up to my knees feel, and I don't know how you'll feel the energy. Everybody feels it different. But it feels full. It feels like my legs are full. It feels like my feet, I don't want to really say like, it feels like they're swelling, but they just feel full. I can almost feel the energy moving up and down the bottom part of my leg, especially around my feet and my toes. But I don't know how you'll feel it, so I'm not sure why we're doing this. But it's like his energy's all around my lower legs. And it's like it switches from one foot to the other foot to the other foot to. So if you start feeling weird warmth, tingling, fullness, um, don't know what other thing you might feel. You could feel the goosebumps from the knees down. I'm not sure where we're going with this. It's his show. He can do whatever he wants within reason. So just watch for that sensation. And more than likely, you'll be sitting on the couch, kind of zoned out at the TV or something. And you'll just start kind of feeling that, and you'll know that that's his energy. Why that area? I don't know. Did he have a foot fetish? I don't know. He's picked that area. And I always ask him to pick something unique, because everybody knows about butterflies and cardinals and things. So I ask them to do something unique for the person I'm reading for. And they're pretty good about it, because they want you to know that they're there. They want you to know they're okay. They want, he says, we want you, whoever we, want you to know that we're there to help and support you. We love you. Okay, I don't know. He's not showing me who's with him. I don't know who the we are yet. We are. Okay, he's showing me a very short, gray-haired lady, a grandma type figure, and I always say grandma type because the little lady next door can feel more like your grandmother than your real blood grandmother clear across the country. Really short, little old lady with the gray hair. Her hair's very nice, kind of the normal permed white, short, not short, but curled perm is the way she's presenting herself. A little hunched over, so she would have been elderly when she left. So it's almost like he's taking care of her, and it's usually the other way around, up there even. Is this somebody he took care of? He says, "We love you." He's calling her Granny. She has a little cane. So, and it doesn't have to be someone who actually walked with a cane, but it could be that she's just showing that she was kind of feeble and elderly and need a little help walking before she left. She kind of throws her cane up in the air and she goes, "I don't need it now." All of that stays with the physical body. So whatever our physical body suffered here, we don't take it with us. It stays with the physical body. He says, "My wants and desires are for you to be happy, for you to be able to move forward with your life, for you to be able to trust again, for you to be able to hold someone again, for you to be able to love. Those are my wants and desires. I still love you, but I do not want that to hold you back, because this is the way life works, and it's okay. It's what we need. It's what our soul needs. Our spirit is a drop in a bucket that makes a bigger picture." I've never heard that before. Our spirit is a drop in the bucket that makes a bigger, that makes the bigger picture, he says. He said take the A out, put the in there. It makes the bigger picture. We are all important, each and every one. Every drop in the bucket is important, or the bucket will never get full. That's pretty cool, actually. He says, so when you think you're not important anymore, think about what if all those drops in that bucket didn't think they were important and they all went somewhere else. The bucket would be empty. We need the bucket to be full. That's pretty cool. I hope I can remember that. That is really cool. Love it. So anyway, there's a reason why he mentioned this bucket stuff. So he's wanting you to think about that. Think about how important your little drop in the bucket is. He's holding a bunch of balloons. I don't know if you've had a balloon release for him, and they're all different colors. But he's just standing there holding them. Something about a birthday coming, birthday coming, birthday gone, birthday coming very, very soon. So he's acknowledging somebody's birthday that is coming very, very soon. Don't forget that I love you. That is important. But it's important for you to love yourself enough to move forward. And I will be there too, to support you. Do not think you're... He said something that I didn't quite catch. He said, do not think you are... And he said something, then I heard the word two-timing. That's not true. Love you and then love me. So he's wanting you to love yourself first and then love him. You are beautiful. Inside and out. This whole time he's been very calm, very peaceful, very loving, very at ease. He says he's good to go. He's doing what he needs to do for his soul. Everything's going smoothly. Sometimes I have trouble talking with my new teeth. He said it's all in the plan. It's all in the plan. I know sometimes our plans suck, though. They do it for us left behind. Again, he's showing you outside your front door, and you're out like this, and it's like there's sparkles and sunshine, and everything's great out there. But you have to get out and do it. He said, don't second guess it. He said, I love you, and with that, he's leaving. Very quiet, very peaceful. Okay, my dear. Thank you very much for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.